An important metric that meteorologists track are billion-dollar disasters. Our friends at Climate Central putting together the list for 2025, and the year started off with the biggest disaster of them all for the United States, the massive wildfires around Los Angeles, costing $61.2 billion. Of course, many lives were lost and many homes were burnt to the ground with this particular fire, but that was the only fire that crossed that threshold. There was a single flood that also met the billion-dollar mark. That was in Texas over March of 25th to the 28th. That was the only single flood with a little hail damage that caused that amount of issues. But in terms of hail, we had another 5 hailstorms that caused damages that exceeded $1 billion in Colorado, Texas, and parts of the Mid-South. Another long-term disaster was the drought and heat wave over the western United States throughout the year. That collectively cost over $1 billion. Tornado outbreaks did occur mostly in the spring, and some of them involved us here in Oklahoma. Between April and the summer months, we ended up with several major tornado outbreaks here and up into the upper Midwest. Many tornadoes, more than average, occurred over 1,500. And when you combine all the severe weather events, a mixture of hail, wind, and tornadoes, several other disasters rose to the billion-dollar mark all throughout the central and now eastern United States. But one thing of note, there were no hurricanes or tropical storms that made significant damage to the United States. So this was one thing we avoided for 2025. But altogether, we still ended up with the third most number of these disasters since this has been tracked since about 1980, costing a total of $115 billion, the 8th costliest year with over 275 fatalities. 2 of these billion-dollar events affected us here in Oklahoma in the spring, both happening in May between the tornado outbreaks of May 18th through the 20th and severe weather that affected us on all 4 of those days in the end of May throughout the state of Oklahoma as well. Hopefully we'll find 2026 to be a less costly year.